कभी भी ऐसा लगा था कि ये इंडस्ट्री मेरे लिए नहीं बनी?
Industry means a lot of people, but I think camera मेरे लिए बना था. Feel that camera always loved me, and I always felt at home in front of a camera.
A film of yours that deserved more love?
Sarfarosh, and I think especially my character at that time, they'd written it off. Amir Khan की film है, वो तो side role है. If you are not good at something and if you're still getting that chance, it is nepotism.
But
See, what happens is that they know how to deal with the system better, which we don't know.
If you meet the girl who had entered the industry when you did, what would you like to tell her today?
I would tell her that don't be so scared. Don't worry so much when what you want doesn't fall into place. Don't break your heart over it. Because every time that what I wanted didn't fall into place, something better has happened.
Welcome to the Debina Banerjee Show. You know, there are some people जिनकी stories सिर्फ स्क्रीन पे ही सीमित नहीं रहती. They go beyond. They live those stories of strength, change and unbelievable courage. My guest today is one of those women, someone we have admired for years, for her beauty, her grace and most importantly, her honesty. From being one of the most loved faces of the 90s to now redefining what it means to start over, Sonali Bendre. She has done it all and she's done it her way. But today, मैं सोनाली मैम से उन बातों के बारे में बात करना चाहती हूँ जो शायद उन्होंने पहले कभी शेयर नहीं की. Not just about films or fame, but about being a mother, a woman who stood tall through fear, and someone who learned to rebuild life from scratch. We'll talk about what keeps her grounded, what still makes her nervous, how she protects her son from the constant gaze of the world, and how she found peace after everything. Because if there's one story that proves that strength can be gentle and courage can be this calm, it's hers. So, let's get to know the real Sonali Bendre, the woman behind the actor, the mother behind the smile, and the fighter behind the grace. Only here on the Debina Banerjee Show. Welcome to the Debina Banerjee Show, ma'am. I'm so glad to have you here today.
No, I'm super excited to be here, but come on now, Debbie, you have to stop calling me ma'am. Yeah.
मतलब जिसको देख के बड़ी हुई हूँ उनको एकदम से अभी पीपीपी सेट से बाहर हूँ ना तो सोनू बोलने को वो इच्छा नहीं हो रही है.
So I don't mind. So I could be Sonu for you always. I don't mind it.
So for my always Sonu, let's start the podcast.
Sure.
So Sonu, we will just I want to ask like a general public. एकदम एक होता है ना जो ऑडियंस को ऐसे जानना है,
Right.
क्योंकि मैं भी उस ऑडियंस की एक हिस्सा हूँ.
Okay.
तो यू बिकेम अ पार्ट ऑफ बॉलीवुड एट दैट टाइम जहाँ पे सोशल मीडिया नंबर्स उतना मैटर नहीं करता था.
सोशल मीडिया था ही नहीं उस टाइम
मतलब था ही नहीं. अभी एक्चुअली सोशल मीडिया से कास्टिंग होती है किसके कितने नंबर्स हैं एंड ऑल दैट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. तो हाउ डू यू look back at it? Do you look back at it with nostalgia now or with disbelief or with what?
No,
what?
total disbelief. I mean, if I stop at any point and start looking back, I'm generally don't look back too much because, when you start looking back, then there are a lot of regrets that you can start holding on to. I'm learning to look back without looking at the regrets, so that's a process. So, but when I do, it's disbelief because I don't come from a background. I never thought as a child, I never dreamt I would be in this field. I mean, I never acted in plays or anything in school.
Actually,
also.
that was one question, but since
Yeah,
you said...
I've never done that. So for me to be acting in a movie, I've never done theatre, nothing. I've not trained. So it was definitely not something that I ever dreamt of also. Also, I come from a very middle class Maharashtrian family where we didn't get film magazines or fashion magazines home. The magazines that came home were National Geographic, Reader's Digest, stuff like that. So, and I have traveled across the length and breadth of the country because my father was in a transferable job. He worked for the central government. So, from Nepal to Chennai, I have lived everywhere.
I thought you would say army, but nahi.
No, it was not army, but I was in army schools, the Kendriya Vidyalayas,
Achha, haan, okay.
and Also, my parents, even when the television came in, they never got the television home for the longest time. So it was a very protected and a very a life in a bubble in that sense, you know. And so for me, you knew that this world was there. Obviously, you met people, and there were the songs that would play and that were popular. The radio was on, so you knew these were the popular songs. But it was just a very, very different world. It was not a world that we were a part of or ever thought we would be. So it was literally, how do I say it? It's literally like me being on Mars or something, you know, because it was a different planet for me. Nothing in it was something that I knew of.
So then, how did this film industry happen to you?
I think it was because of the looks and because when I came to Mumbai and got into college, till then I had never come to Mumbai. I mean, I would come here I'm a Maharashtrian, so I would come here for a holiday, like, you know, which was once in 2 years. You came in for 10 days or something. But I had never lived here. I came here for college, and during college, you know, they started having those like fashion show or something in college, and one of the girls who was supposed to be walking, I think, broke her leg. And then they asked me to walk, and I said, I don't know how to. They said, we'll teach you. So tomorrow I don't have the clothes. Somebody got the clothes for me. Somebody taught me how to walk, and we did it, and we won. And somebody saw me in that, and they offered me. It was like that. So all my life, touch wood, I have always been offered work. It's always come to me. So a lot of times, and my parents were completely like, they were like, what is this field? And, you know, not happening. The extended family was also very like, what is this work? And it was not something that, you know, they were comfortable with me doing. But like my elder sister wanted to work in airlines, and she had not been allowed to. So it was like that. But I had learned from that. That's the good part of being the second child is, you know, what you've seen, what has happened. And also, for me, my family was going through very tough times at that time. So I took, you could say, in a way, it was like taking advantage of that fact. But also, it was a survival instinct that kicked in. And what I could see was that because if I did one job, the offer that was coming to me, I said, my God, I don't know anything of this job, and yet I'm getting money that runs a family's month-long expenses. So it just blew my mind. I said, oh my God. So, you know, I felt that I could do this and I could study. So, because I didn't have to do every day a job.
So your first break was straight away into films?
Into ads.
Acha, into
so,
ads.
Yeah. So I started into advertising. So then I had to convince I fought with them, and eventually I promised my parents that I will complete my graduation one. And I promised my father that I was young enough to like give this a couple of years. And I said, after 3 years or something, if nothing was happening, I promise you, I'm still in the age where I'll give the IAS exams. That's what my father wanted me to do. So I said, yeah, I will give those exams, I promise you. But give me 3 years. And of course, but I never looked back. I've never not had work. Yeah. I've been very lucky in that matter.
How wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, life is strange, and you never realize where it can lead you. So, so that is when I look back, you realize that when they say that, you know, you can think about a lot of things or make a lot of plans, but universe has a different plan for you. So, yeah, it takes more and more of these lessons. Now, when I look back, I just have to remind myself that, see, whatever has happened for the good. You've only grown from it and evolved from it. So whatever is going to happen will also be good. And, you know,
Trust the process.
Yeah, but it takes a little time. But now, at the point that I am now, I'm beginning to trust the process a lot more than I used to. Yeah.
I think we all, you know, grow up into trusting the process eventually. Life tells you, gives you some way to, you know, tell yourself that trust the process.
Yeah.
Everything.
It happens when it has to happen.
When it has to happen.
You know that more than anybody else, actually.
Yeah, whenever
what
I
you've
listen
been
to
through.
stories, I just feel that, you know, every story has this one line which is called trust the process.
Yeah.
हम कितना भी हाथ पाँव मार ले,
Yeah.
हमारे साथ वही होना है जो वो चाहते हैं.
But you know, but that also, it's a fine line. But does that mean that if we have to trust the process, does that mean that we don't do anything?
Of course, yeah, we
So
have
it's
to.
a fine line. So where do you try your best, and then you at some point, instead of getting disheartened, you leave it to the process. But you have to try your best. So whenever and whatever came my way, I gave it my all. I did not scrimp on it, So I didn't know. I was not trained for it. I started teaching myself. So on the set, I was learning on the job. I started learning, how to dance and all on the set. Then, get up early before the thing, go and learn. So I started training myself. I said, what is this field? I started reading about it, because for me, my process of learning has always been by reading about things. That's been my way of knowledge gathering. So when I'm a little like I don't know what is happening, I kind of find something in a story or in a book where I can find it and I can place it. So I started reading about filmmaking, about the process, and eventually you find your own process, but all of that reading helps you, because sometimes you read about it and you realize that you're not the only confused one, because the creative process is the kind of process where you can never be fully sure. That's what creativity is. The moment you're sure, then that's logic and that's scientific and that's the result of it. But creative process is a
It's the
messy process.
Yeah, it's the process.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
So first it would be like, oh my God, because I'm not trained in it, I always thought I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. And then it took me a little while after reading, but I understood that it's not, yes, I'm not good enough, I'm not trained, but it's not like I'm not good enough. I wouldn't get this opportunity if I didn't have something in me. I've got the opportunity, that means there is something. How can I use that something better? And when I could identify that, and then you'll see the way I approached my roles and my work also changed, And like films like Sarfarosh, Hum Saath Saath Hai, I was a different person in it, and it showed on the screen.
How wonderful. There's a lot of discussion about nepotism these days. And I just want to understand from you, was it difficult to even get into this process even back then? Or, matlab, it's not always do we learn from my own, like our own story.
Yeah.
What is happening around is also because
Yeah.
we can learn from you what was happening around you. तो
Yeah.
तभी भी क्या मतलब इतना घुसना इतना डिफिकल्ट था, आसान था, क्या था मतलब?
No, but ये जो word है nepotism, Debbie, I've never really understood it beyond a point. See, if you are not good at something and if you're still getting that chance, it is nepotism. But in our line of work, I feel if you're not good at it, audience rejects you and you don't get a chance. And there have been enough people who have been in this industry, who come from the families who have not got this opportunity. And there are enough of us who are complete outsiders and, not even trained. I promise you, if I was a producer, I wouldn't sign myself because I was so bad at the job when I started, but I kept getting work. And I don't think if I was in an office somewhere doing some sort of a corporate job, I would get these many opportunities to better myself. But I got the opportunity, and I find that this is one line of work where you do get the opportunity. And if you come from a film family also, the pressures are different. Their needs and pressures are different, and audience can dislike you, and you might not get another chance. So if somebody who comes
but
from
getting
a film,
that breakthrough.
see, what happens is that they know how to deal with the system better, which we don't know, which we have to learn because they are born into it. They've seen it all their lives. So, I mean, if my father is a shopkeeper and every day after school I go and sit at the till, and and I'm dealing with it. I will always know how to run a shop better than somebody who has never run a shop because
Yeah.
I've been around in this environment always. So that is definitely there. Contacts are there. There are elders who have been in this line who are there to guide them, tell them that ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, ऐसा करोगे तो better होगा. All that sort of a zone. So yes, that advantage is there. But beyond that, I think it is up to you and what you can get. So I'm a complete outsider. I really feel that that's not a crutch that I would want to carry. I feel that is used by a lot of people. Ki yaar, I am not from the industry, that's why I'm not getting. I feel that's not fair.
कभी भी ऐसा लगा था कि ये इंडस्ट्री मेरे लिए नहीं बनी, या फिर
I
हमेशा
don't
ही
know about the industry, Debbie. क्योंकि the industry means a lot of people. But I think camera मेरे लिए बना था.
हाँ.
I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it doesn't
absolutely.
matter because I feel that camera always loved me and I always felt at home in front of a camera.
So,
It
अगर
just
मुझे
felt
इसको अगर
like
डिकोड करना है तो
हाँ.
मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि इट इज़ समथिंग लाइक यू नो वॉट एवर इज हैपनिंग बिहाइंड आई डोंट केयर बट द मोमेंट आई फेस द कैमरा आई जस्ट सो फील एट होम.
I feel at home. I feel like I belong. And that this is where. So, yes, even if people around are trying to make you feel like you don't belong, after a point it didn't matter. Because camera always loved me. I got a lot of love from the camera. I don't know how else to explain it.
But
yeah.
absolutely, when the camera loves you, it is like the audience, इतना audience के पास पहुंच जा रहा है वो.
Yeah. And I got a lot of love from audience. So definitely there is always social media se pehle na, it was not so democratic. Now what happens is that if you're feeling something and you want to put something, you have the right, you can put it. But in our time, the conduits to your audience was your work on screen. Otherwise, interviews that were written by journalists who sometimes had their own agenda, their own favorites. So that was more of a problem than anything else. That's what I mean by people. So they had formed an opinion about you and then they would stick to that opinion about you or want to propagate that opinion. So it took a long time for people to get out of certain bracket that they've always wanted to slot me in a certain bracket. And I think over the years, I've managed to always kind of break that and evolve into something more. How do I explain that?
मतलब मुझे यू विल आई वांट दैट एक्सप्लेनेशन. पर मुझे ये एक सवाल था जो एकदम मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि जब हम आपको फिल्मों में देखते थे, आई यूज्ड टू फील दैट मतलब यू नो इंडिया हैज़ इवॉल्व्ड. यू आर सो अहेड ऑफ टाइम. मतलब आजकल ऐसी हीरोइनें दिखती है
Because I was thin?
हाँ मतलब अभी मतलब काइंड ऑफ एकदम एक बेंचमार्क है हीरोइन का. यू हैव टू बी थिन, यू हैव टू बी टॉल, यू हैव टू हैव लाइक अ पर्टिकुलर शार्प फीचर्स. एट दैट टाइम यू हैड एवरीथिंग. मतलब जो लोग
But that was not what was working at that time. They would keep trying to fatten me up. Set pay, the producers would get things, kisko doodh pilao, give her cream, make her eat cheese, just fatten her up. And I'm like, but I was genetically like that. And they would always try to fatten me up. And straight hair was not done. They would keep trying to curl my hair, perm karke, literally burnt my hair trying to get it into curls. But I had poker straight hair always. So, yeah, that was not what it was. And today, if you look at it, the times are different. So, yeah, in that sense, it was a little different, no doubt about it. But I don't know if it was ahead of times or it was just different, I think.
या मतलब इवेंचुअली चेंज होते होते इस जगह पे अभी आज का जो दुनिया है, मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि एक आइडल एक
Now when my hair has become curly after my chemotherapy and after I put on weight, that is not the norm. Now it's skinny again.
Put on weight. Look who is talking. Look. मतलब मैं किस तरफ देखूँ? Look who is talking. So yeah, genetics matter. और जब आज के दुनिया में जब सब लोग देर आर फिल्टर और फिलर्स के ज़माने में जब ऑलमोस्ट सारे लोग एक ही जैसे दिखते हैं, तो उस ज़माने में रह के यू विदाउट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, मतलब जब शायद इसके बारे में किसी को पता नहीं था, एंड विदाउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स यू वेर लाइक द परफेक्ट जो परफेक्शन लोग अचीव करना चाहते हैं, आप वैसी थी back then.
You're being very kind, and I think beauty is always in the eyes of the beholder. And I really feel that there are a lot of how do you define beauty? I always think that something when it is not perfect, it's more beautiful. I feel. I genuinely feel that, So, like, for me, a little crooked tooth will always be more beautiful than, I find it very charming. So, it just depends on what you think is the idea of beauty. So, I think for me, I just got a lot of love from the audience. And that's what I mean by when I talk about, your way to the audience or what you think or what you are as a person comes across from the articles that are written by various people. They have their own prejudices when they are writing it. So audience never really knows the complete you properly, in that age, that's how it was. And I feel that okay, let me say it. The awards and all were never, they always were for certain people only. I think maybe in that who you knew, who were your friends did matter. So I never got that, but I always got a lot of love from the audience. You step out anywhere and, the common man always gave me so much love. And you couldn't deny that. And so I hankered after it. I always felt कि यार मैंने इतना किया मुझे ये नहीं मिला award. But I always got a lot of love for everything. And now, as time goes by, when I look back, I feel that if I didn't have, I could have had the awards. वो shelf पे बैठ जाएंगे धूल खाते हुए, but because the audience loved me and I got the award of the love of the audience, it gave me life till today. You're known till today. Otherwise, you're forgotten. Award की तरह आप भी धूल खा रहे हो कहीं पे बैठे हुए, पुराने हो गए हो. That didn't happen. They continue to give me love, and so you can be a known face only till you're known.
But I think also because you kept evolving. And when, rest of the people, I mean, मतलब एक दौर ऐसा था कि जब लोग सोचते थे टीवी मतलब हाँ मतलब फॉर अ फिल्म स्टार इज ओनली फॉर अ फिल्म. हाँ वो तो एक तो दिखना ही नहीं चाहिए. पर सोशल मीडिया ने उस चीज़ को काफ़ी मतलब हद तक अभी मतलब काफ़ी विजिबल कर दिया है. आई विल कम टू दैट अ लिटिल लेटर. बट यू केम टू टीवी एट दैट टाइम व्हेन मतलब लोगों के लिए तो शॉक एलिमेंट था. सो हाउ डिड दैट कम टू यू एंड what made you do that rather?
It was just after, I had Sarfarosh, Hum Saath Saath. I was like, it was the peak of my career. TV was just like really the cable boom was happening. And I had started dating Goldie by then, and who had always been my friend. But we started dating and he told me that, Sonali, TV is going to be the next big thing. It's huge. And people don't understand. So when they came to me with this show, first of all, what happened was that I really liked the show. It was called Kya Masti Kya Dhoom. And it was a talent show with kids and some interview we were doing, and it was fun. And so it was good, clean fun. And that was more me, So there was a side to me. And the other thing for me at that point of time, I mean, how do I explain it? It might sound very funny. But, my father, how to explain my parents? I mean, at that point of time, ek to Goldie said it and I said, yaar, there'll be no stress. I can make all the money that I have to eat. This will set me up. It was more like, I can be set up with this. And, Baba will not have a problem. He will not crib at all about this. It will be all a good zone. So it was something like that.
But किसी ने बोला नहीं कि oh my god मतलब
हाँ,
हम
वो
जब
तो they said, yeah. Everybody was shocked. They said, why is she doing television? And it was a bit of a thing that then they started saying that, oh, maybe because she wants to get married now, that's why. And then speculation, you can't stop people. They'll always speculate about various things. I started doing it. I really enjoyed it. And I had a blast while we were doing it. I met some really fantastic people because at that time, Sameer Nair, Tarun Katyal, Vandana at TV18, icons today if you go to see. And we all were on the sets working on this show. It was so much fun because the only other show that a film star was doing was Kaun Banega Crorepati, which Mr. Bachchan was doing, and I was the first female who was doing a television show like that. So it was great fun.
but you kind of paved the path for many matlab there was this scene that I would rather fade into oblivion but
Do television.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
but actually that opened the path for many
I think maybe, I don't think I thought that much. And maybe sometimes, I was not from the industry. I didn't have that much of knowledge only. So I was just taking life as it comes. Ki opportunity aaya, the reason to do things, like I said, it was good, clean fun. There was nothing negative about it. It was, you're wearing nice clothes. It was with kids. And like I said, check. Although it ticked certain boxes for me. And when it ticked those boxes, I did it. So life was very simple. And as you grow older, I realize it's only simple things, that matter in life. You have to it's the simple things.
and then you stepped into OTT with
Yeah.
the Broken News.
Yes.
With
That
the,
was much, much later, but...
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, but not leaving anything. मैंने ये किया, अब थोड़े साल के बाद मैंने वो भी
Yeah.
किया.
I did theatre also in between.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I did a play which was called Aapki Sonia, which was a sequel to Tumhari Amrita. Tumhari Amrita that Farooq Sheikh Saab and Shabana Azmi ji used
yes,
to do.
yes.
So the sequel to that with Farooq Sheikh ji, I used to do that. After he passed, we've never really, I will never do it again. It's without him, his... yeah, I had never done theatre and everybody said theatre. I said, yaar, maybe I'm missing out on something. I should do it. So I did theatre when I was pregnant because I was not shooting. And this play, I could sit down and do it. So, my tummy would be covered with a table. And so till I was 8.5 months pregnant, I was traveling with the play. I did this play called Aapki Sonia.
So now that you did all of it, which one do you find
I'm not into theatre. It's not my cup of tea. Because a lot of people, it has its own beauty. Like a lot of people enjoy the fact that same line में जब मैंने 1000 टाइम जब मैंने वो प्ले किया और जब मैंने वो लाइन और अलग तरीके से बोली उसमें कितना मज़ा आया उसमें है एक मज़ा बट उसके लिए जो पेशेंस लगता है वो मुझ में नहीं है आई लाइक टू मूव ऑन so I finished with that. Now what is next? Which character next? What is the next role? That next is what interests me. So but till I didn't do it, I always felt कि यार मैंने नहीं किया है, maybe it is a drawback. But now that I've done it, I'm like, I know that theatre is not my forte.
मतलब लोग तो थिएटर करके ऐसे बोलते हैं आपने थिएटर एक्टिंग नहीं की तो आपने एक्टिंग ही नहीं सीखी.
That's true. That's why I wanted to do it. कि यार कुछ तो I should do it. And that's why I tried it also. And it was lovely. The experience was fantastic. The play was lovely. Javed Siddiqui had written this play also, and he's such an amazing writer. He had written it so beautifully. So I really enjoyed it. And after I delivered Ranveer also, after that also I did the play for a little while. But once we lost Farooq ji, there was no... I mean, that thing was not there to do it. And then now when I look back and to do any other play that comes, I'm not so keen on it. I mean, I would rather do an OTT or, something like that, which gives me that satisfaction without me having to do the same thing again and again.
Yeah, you want to do a different things, move on and explore different things,
characters.
different character
Yeah.
rather than doing like one thing
Yeah.
for
No,
the longest
and
time.
because some people enjoy it and they it's better and better, and they do it well. But I don't really, I want to move on. Probably I don't have the patience for it or whatever. I say, "Ab ho gaya, abhi agla, abhi what is next?" That's what happens to me.
Superb. I mean, that's how a lot of people are. मुझे लगता था कि मैं ऐसी हूँ. मैं थोड़े टाइम के लिए after my graduation I worked during my graduation
Yeah.
actually on job training. I worked for a couple of months in an office as a visualizer.
Yeah.
But ऑफिस 3 महीने में ही मैंने सोचा कि ऑफिस में आ ही नहीं सकती. आई नीड टू सी न्यू फेसेस. आई कांट सी द सेम सेटअप एवरी डे. वेक अप, गो देयर. इट्स लाइक आई कांट डू अ जॉब.
I tried going to our office also, but I go there once in a while. I can't do it so regularly. I'm happy to say, मुझे घर पे भेज दो, or I'll do online now or whatever. But you know that every day in that routine of going and sitting and doing it, I don't think that routine is for me.
It's a good way to just accept it.
Yeah.
And how do you think the industry has evolved then versus now?
Lot of changes are there. I mean, it's become very different. At that time, I think the only other woman on the set used to be the hairdresser. There was no other woman on the set. Now you have stylists, you have women behind the camera, you have them as editors, you have directors. There's so many girls on the set. It's so much fun. I mean, there's a sisterhood which it was just you, and in an entire unit in a film, the only other woman, unless you had somebody playing another role with you who was there for that period of time, it was just you and the hairdresser. Because women, at that time, women were not allowed to be makeup artists. They didn't get the card. There was a makeup artist had their card,
Yeah,
the license
union
sort
card
of a
and
thing,
all,
union
yes,
card.
yes.
They didn't give it to women. Women could only become hairdressers. Even if you're fantastic at doing makeup, they didn't get it. It was a monopoly of men, and they would not let women become makeup artists. आपको अगर वो सिने whatever that union card चाहिए तो hairdresser का card ही मिलेगा. And then if you used a woman makeup artist and if they were there, they would come on that set and do dharna and stop the shooting, and it was chaos, all that. Eventually, I think somebody had to go to the court and get a court ruling, and then they started letting women in as makeup artists. So yeah, can you imagine? Dressman se leke everything. So we were used to
Acha,
tacoing,
it was a
walking.
very-
It was always men. So your hairdresser did it for you, and otherwise these men. It was only men around you.
So it was a predominantly men-driven.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay. So I just have one question, which just came to me from
Yeah.
my heart right now. Men sunke, because I did a podcast with an intimacy scene coordinator.
Right. Yeah.
Which is it's a very new profession that
Yeah.
has come into
Now.
being now, like after lockdown kind of
Correct.
stuff. So there was none. And
Yeah.
you say that sare men apart from hairdresser. So how was the intimacy scene? I mean, how do you look at it now? I mean,
Yeah.
कैसा होता होगा without a coordinator and all?
Also, हम लोग उतने भी intimate scenes कहाँ करते थे? Eventually, if you go to see it, I mean, now scenes have also become much more explicit. उतना explicit तो होता ही नहीं था ना, family audience के लिए shoot करते थे, so it was not that explicit. But I think even for your normal like those scenes, it would be lovely to just have women around, no doubt about it. But having said that, I've made some really good friends in this industry who are men, and they were wonderful on the sets. And a lot of times my co-stars have been very protective and very this thing about it. So, I don't know. It falls into place. I mean, life goes on. You know how it is, Debbie. And जो नहीं था, आपको you can't even imagine कि
कि अगर
ऐसा
होता
कभी
तो
हो
क्या
सकता.
होता?
हाँ.
हाँ.
अब जब पता चलेगा, then you will miss it. पता ही नहीं था तो आप मिस कैसे करोगे उस चीज को? लाइफ ही ऐसा था. वैनिटी वैन्स नहीं थे. कैमराज एंड लाइट्स वर डिफरेंट. व्हेन आई केम बैक टू शूटिंग
वो तो रील में शूट होता था ना.
हाँ, सो द कैमरा का आवाज़ होता था. साइलेंट कैमराज एट वन पॉइंट एकदम साइलेंट सेट पे गए तो आई कुडंट परफॉर्म. यू वर सो यूज्ड टू परफॉर्मिंग, एंड डबिंग होनी है तो कोई नोबडी वाज काइंड इनफ टू से कि एक्टर यहाँ पे खड़ा है, कुछ हो रहा है, उधर से कोई चिल्ला रहा है, लाइट हटाओ, अरे क्या कर रहे हो, And the people were talking, things were happening. Dubbing to hona hi hai na, so it doesn't matter. So noise was there. The sets were always noisy. So when I came back and things changed and now the sets are quiet. First, it took me some time. I started feeling like everybody is looking at me. I couldn't perform only for the. Then I got used to it. Yeah. But I love this. I love today. And I remember Goldie would always tell me that. He used to say, Sonali, the way you used to work, I mean, the way my system around me of working was, he always said that you will enjoy it now. At that time, you had to do everything. There were no PR people, no this thing. One person who would be called the secretary was the person. And, there were only those many secretaries who were around. And I hated the way they worked. Because they were always, if I gave my word that I'm doing this, I would want to stick to it. They would give the date to one person also, to another person also. So I would lose it. I was like, this is not the way I want to work. So I used to have all these issues, but it's a job. Why can't we treat it like a job? But now I'm not on the set, so I don't need to do this because मतलब it's done. बंद हो गया अभी दुकान मेरी बंद हो गई है अब मुझे घर जाना है I was very clear the boundary between my personal life and my work life was very clear for me. So I literally would shut shop, and come back. And in that, when I shut the shop, when people would call and expect me to do things, it irritated me. But now what happens is because you have people who are handling things, they think their things can get sorted without it having to come till me. So I like that. And that's what my husband kept telling me that, you will really enjoy working now. There are more women on the set. There are more, the way it's much more organized.
Organized.
And
Yes.
it is a fact. I really enjoy working now much more than I did at that time because it's so much more organized. That's why that line that I mentioned, that camera loved me. And that bit was good. But everything around it was a challenge for me, always.
Yeah, मतलब अभी it is like a more like a corporatization थोड़ा सा हो गया है.
Yeah.
There are a lot many people working on it.
Yeah, I think more than that, I would say compartmentalizing has happened, and it's very important for that. Abhi, you've given the thing, you've told the stylist and whatever that needs to be done, uske baad they will do their job. Here, if you didn't get like one person who would do it, I couldn't do it, hasn't turned up only, clothes have not turned up. The hairdressers decided that I've got another job, I don't want to come anymore. It was, you had to keep people, it was a lot of work. You had to call them, keep them, khush raho, apne saath raho. It was a lot of stuff that you needed to put in, which sapped your energy from what you needed to do. Which now you don't really need to do that much of it, because you have people who will deal with it for you.
Coming to another chapter of your life, which is your son.
Yeah.
तो अब तो थोड़ा बड़ा भी हो गया है.
बहुत बड़ा हो गया.
बहुत बड़ा हो गया. I mean, actually, मतलब now बहुत बड़ा सोचते ही ऐसा लग रहा है मेरे बच्चे बहुत ही छोटे तो बहुत
यार,
बड़े हो
बहुत
गए.
जल्दी बड़े हो जाते हैं. So just enjoy it.
Absolutely. लेकिन उस टाइम पे मतलब जब वो छोटा था तो how did you protect him from the media glare, or was it not that much कि जो अभी शुरू हुआ है, like all the intrigue behind.
So, a lot of times the photographers who used to be there at that time, we knew all of them. Industry na choti thi. So everybody knew everybody. They were the photographers usually set पे आते थे या किसी magazine से connected हुआ करते थे. So you kind of knew all of them, and if you said that Tata ये नहीं करेंगे, so they would not print it, and so that it was a gentler time in that sense. After that, it became more and more the whole paparazzi culture when it came in. I don't know, how did I deal with it? I don't think I gave it too much of an importance beyond a point. And his schedules were, he had his schedules, and that didn't necessarily, how do I say this? You know what? It depends on you also as to how you put it out. The more you put it out, the more it becomes a thing. So if you're casual about it, then they understand it. Like, I remember even when there are a lot of times when, even today, when it's so cutthroat, there are times when I will say that I'm really not looking very good. I said, I promise you next time I'll call you, I'll give you the pictures, but today I'm in a hurry, let it go. They will let it go. And the next time when I see them, I will stand for them and do a picture. So it's a give and take because I'm not angry with them. I understand it's their job. And so if we can be understanding, you can come to a sort of a middle. That's what I feel. That's been my experience. अब सबके experiences अलग होते हैं. So this has been my experience. This has worked for me. And other than that, also, I have never called and said, I'm here, come. I've not taken my son into places where there will be. If I know there is going to be media, I'll not take him there as much. So sometimes he gets caught in the media glare, then that's what it is, But you don't take him to places where I kept myself away from certain places because I don't want to expose my child. So there was a give and take of that, both the ways it works. So kahin jagah pe didn't take him, kahin jagah pe you yourself don't go. Then,
Okay. So that's how you
kind
kind
of manage it. Yeah.
And when did you explain to him that Mama is famous? Or when did he come to know that Mama is famous?
Actually, what we needed and what we were very, very harsh with him about was my husband telling my son that making him understand what is reflected glory, the word.
Oh, okay.
That this is not yours. If you're getting clicked, it's because your mother has worked and is somewhere and, this is not you. So, jo hua hai that your mother has worked for it or, it's your parents that have done. This is not you. If you like this, then you have to work towards it. Otherwise, you might not have it, kind of a zone. So, that is also the reason why, like, even if I'm posing, he's in the car, there's no need for him to be out and be next to me all the time.
Actually.
Or if I know there are photographers, usko leke jao, I will get out and do the picture. So a lot of times they don't even realize when the child is gone from the other side because I'm doing the picture. And they've moved on from there. So even the child understands that there is a difference. So I think that's what has worked for us and really making it very, very clear to him, that don't get excited about this.
Which phase do you think is the easier one, to handle for a kid?
As a parent?
Yeah, as a parent.
I think the phase when just after they're born and all they're doing is feeding, cry. They will cry because they have either pooped or peed, they need a diaper change or they're hungry or they're sleepy or they're not feeling well. The needs are very, very, very few. You feed them and they're healthy and they've slept well, it's a happy child. You hug them a lot, they're happy child. But as they grow, the complications grow. So I feel the older they grow, the more difficult it gets to parent them.
So parenting isn't an easy job.
I would say that it's never over. Once a parent, you're always a parent.
You're always up on your toes.
Yeah, because the child might grow up, but for you, it will always be your child. So you will always worry. And that is what being a parent is. The child can move on and will become an individual and become independent. But I feel that once I became a parent, I will never be independent. Because I will always somewhere worry about, is he okay? Is everything going well? And I see that our parents do the same thing. Today we are mothers, but our mothers still worry about us. You're feeding your child, did you eat? Only a mother will ask you. Nobody else will think, have you eaten? Your mother will think of it. Yeah.
I think you understand a mother only when you become a mother.
That is also true, yeah. Or a parent. Because I see today's fathers are also very hands-on and they're very into it. So for them also to understand that, you kind of understand your parents in a different way when you become a parent.
There are parents, this is my last parenting question, कि हम हमेशा सोचते कि हमारा childhood जिस तरीके से था, थोड़ा सा हार्श था, जिसने हमें शेप किया, एंड टुडे वी हैव इट ऑल, तो हम हमारे बच्चों को वो सब कुछ दे देंगे तो वो शायद वो सीखेंगे नहीं. आई वॉन्ट टू नो फ्रॉम यू कि
ये सवाल जो आपने पूछा, दिस वॉज अ बिग क्वेश्चन इन आवर लाइव्स एंड आई रिमेंबर गोल्डी एंड मी हैविंग दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन. And especially where schools are concerned, where giving them certain things are concerned. And I remember finally what we discussed, and it was like, you have to try it the best of your ability. What is it that you can do best? It's like, if I said that I want to send him to this school, and, in the family, they would say, are you mad? This is such an expensive school, and why would you want this? And, हमारे बच्चे भी तो पढ़े. You've all grown up nicely enough, and that is true. Free में पढ़ के भी हम लोग तो अच्छे ही, निकल गए. But the point is that at that time, what was given to us was the best in their capacity. What is the best? Like, उन्होंने भी अपना मतलब बिल्कुल जी जान एक करके कौड़ी कौड़ी जमा करके आपको उनके इसमें जो बेस्ट था वो आपको दिया. Be it the food, be it the whatever they could do best was always kept for the children. Your mother ate less but kept it for you. So if you look at it from that point of view, what is the best for you? What is the equivalent of keeping? Okay, if you come from a place where you had only one meal a day was available, so the mother will say, I will eat half a meal because I'll keep half for my child will have 1.5 meal then. Okay, I'm giving a very basic example.
Yes,
okay?
Absolutely.
Now today, what is the equivalent of a one meal which you take half what you need for sustenance and give that extra half for your child? What would be the equivalent of that in your life? That is what you should be doing. That is what should be that is what every parent does. So at that time, what was the best school that was available was you were put into that, you were given that, it was tried. In their ambit, what was the best thing was
उनके नॉलेज में जो बेस्ट स्कूल था उस टाइम पे बेस्ट किया.
उसके लिए फिर आपको जल्दी जाना, ये करना है, उधर जाके टीचर्स से बात करना है, किससे क्या करना, सब करके आपको दिया वो. तो आपके हिसाब से आपने बेस्ट करना है. तो आज वो उनकी गलती नहीं है that they are born into a family where their parents have so much. That's their naseeb, that's their luck, that's their karma. So they are born to that. Now, if you want to make them tough, there are different ways to do it. So for me, we would always, if my son wanted something, he always had to earn it. So we would say, yeah, okay, but you know what? You can't just have it. There should be a reason. Why should it be given to you? Earn it. If you do something, then you will get that. So it was always attached to doing something. Or, and it was not just an achievement, ki marks aaye ya ye kiya. It was also, sometimes it was just that, my God, you have been so good with your grandparents. Look at your behavior with it. You know what? I had told you that for your birthday I'll get it. But because this was so lovely and I'm so proud of you, I'm giving it to you before your birthday. Done. For him, he has attached it to good behavior, good this thing. So he has earned it. So you have to reward a good behavior, not take it for granted. Why should we take it for granted ki they should behave well? Kyun? Why should they behave well? There has to be a reward for it, that my mother will be happy if I do it. It's a reward.
Absolutely.
We did something because we said, I know my mother will like it if I do it. My mother will be angry. Those are the things. So there is, when we say, it was always a reward system. So it depends on what the reward is that you're giving and how you're doing it. So you have to form your own equivalent of that, is how we parented. And that's how Goldie and me sorted that question out when it came into our life.
इतना बड़ा और इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड एक क्वेश्चन मार्क जो हर एक पेरेंट के दिमाग में आता है. इनफैक्ट वाइल वी टॉक टू आवर मॉमी ग्रुप्स ऑल्सो, वहाँ पे स्कूल में नहीं डालेंगे ना, इसमें बिगड़ जाएंगे, इसमें ऐसे हो जाए. यू सिंप्लीफाइड इट एंड गिव सच अ मतलब सिंपल आंसर. सो ब्यूटिफुल. लाइक थैंक यू फॉर सॉर्टिंग दिस अ वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड थिंग, क्योंकि इसके लिए रील्स बनते हैं, पता है आप कैसे इसमें डालना चाहते हो, कैसे किस स्कूल में किधर. आई थिंक द सिंपलेस्ट आंसर इज डू इट अकॉर्डिंग टू योर कैपेसिटी.
Do the best you can.
Of your capacity. Coming to the next section, we'll keep it very short. You are amongst one of the first celebrities who would talk about cancer, and did it so respectfully, did it fearlessly. And what made you, come out with it?
I was doing a show at that point of time, and you know how reality shows are, every week you shoot for it.
Yes.
So obviously if I had to go for my treatment, I had to let them know that, I'm going for a treatment. You couldn't hide it. It was not some chota cheese that say कि 2 हफ्ते में नहीं आने वाली हूँ. I knew that 2 हफ्ते से ज़्यादा लगने वाला है, if at all I come back. So if that is the situation, I cannot leave them hanging. So if I have to let them know, then I have to tell them why. दैट मीन्स ये बाहर तो आएगी बात. तो ये जब बात बाहर आएगी तो उस पर फिर गॉसिप होगा, अलग अलग बातें होंगी. So that's why remember when I said that social media is a very democratic place.
Yes.
तो उसमें क्या है, मैं अपने शब्दों में मेरी कहानी बता सकती हूँ. I don't have to depend on somebody to put their color on it and write it. So I could put it out the way it was. कि हाँ ये हुआ है and I'm going to take a break. So somebody would come to replace me. फिर बात होगी कि अरे उसके लिए उनका झगड़ा हुआ इसलिए या ये हुआ. I didn't want all that negative thing. Also, things will come out. My child, today's, how your children are. They are on the net, things go like fire. You can't hide it. The child is going to see it. So if I'm going to hide it, then things are going to come out in different way. There is going to be gossip about it. I didn't want negative and gossip about why I was not going to be there. So I said, you know what? I have to respect my producers. I have to respect my parents and my child and the elders in my family families have to deal with the gossip then. So we'll put it out properly. So when we put it out and I said, ki ho gaya abhi. The next day I was in New York when I put it out and I went to sleep. Ki ho gaya hai. Raat ho gayi thi udhar. When I got up my morning and idhar ka night, all my social media feeds were blown out. And so many people had written in saying how they had gone through it, their mom had gone through it, their aunt had gone through it, their sister, this one. And when we saw people where all they were writing from, what we realized was that people were writing in from every strata of society, rich, poor, middle class, city, small town, village. Because now on social media you could make out, even from abroad, people who are educated, who are not so educated, everybody is writing in and had the story. And I said, yaar, itna common hai phir. And I'm an educated person. I read so much, but I have exposure, yet I did not know it. We always said C word and all of that. It's said like that. I said, if so much is happening, why does nobody talk about it? And then you also realize that people hide it. It's shameful. It was like a taboo because maybe they thought ये family में है तो ये family में शादी नहीं होनी चाहिए या ये नहीं होना चाहिए. So people are hiding it. And that's when I realized that, and we with my team, we realized and we said that, what, if nothing else, God knows what is going to happen with this treatment, because I was quite far gone with my disease. I said, whatever happens, at least I'm going to be honest about my journey. And I don't want it to be sad, ki, put in me crying and all of that. But I'll be truthful about it. I'm not going to fake any of the thing. I will put it as it is so that we talk about this conversation. And because if you're aware of it, and like I always say it, early detection saves lives. If you detect this disease early, you can save lives, because first stage, second stage, it's curable. You can do that. So if it's when it goes into the aage ka stages, then it becomes so dreadful, So if you can detect it early, how will you detect it? If you're not going to acknowledge that कि ऐसे कोई disease है, why will you go and detect it? उसकी test भी आप करने नहीं जाओगे. But if you have a conversation about it, then when you do your health checkups, you must do these testing also. Catch it early. If you catch it early, you will save life. You will have a better quality of life then. And that was the reason why we started talking about it. And today, 7 years down the line, today people talk about cancer so openly. And that this, in my life, whatever I have done or not done, this is one thing that I'm genuinely proud of. Because I think I changed the conversation around this disease in our country. And it was very important to do that. So at airports and all of that, when we meet people and they say, you spoke about it, so I went for my test and I caught it at first stage. I didn't even have to go through chemo. And every day we hear these stories when we travel and when we meet people, we hear these stories. And I feel so good. I feel like it's a blessing, Every time when I meet somebody like that, I feel I'm getting blessings from people.
How wonderful. So how has, cancer changed your relationship with yourself?
Definitely it has changed. I think I do give myself priority now. As women, we feel guilty if we prioritize ourselves. It's somewhere, it's in the social fabric, it's in our subconscious, it's in our upbringing. And not just in India, anywhere. I've seen it across the world. Women always feel guilty. And the first thing that goes on in our life is guilt. So I'm learning to not feel guilty when I think of myself before thinking of my family, son, mother, father, sister, whoever. So it's a process that's one of the biggest lessons after the illness, where I start prioritizing myself.
Since you read a lot,
Yeah.
also I'm sure कि जब हमारे साथ कुछ होता है हम सबसे पहले उसके बारे में खुद इतना पढ़ लेते हैं कि हम
Yeah.
मतलब उसके रिसर्च करने वाले को ऑलमोस्ट सिखा सकते हैं, क्योंकि ऐसा लगता है कि आई नीड टू नो अबाउट इट.
Yeah.
So, and when you said that you already used to read a lot, I'm sure then
Yeah.
you must have educated yourself a
Yes, I
lot.
did go into reading up on it, reading this thing on it. My brother would send me stuff because, papers that were written on it, new studies that were going on, and all of that. But I'm not a scientific person. Like, I don't know the science of it beyond a point. But what I could understand, and which was again, like when we spoke about life, is really actually you have to just simplify it. And it all boiled down to eventually I needed to go through the treatment I went through. And when you go through some of the treatments, like the chemotherapy and all, the treatment is worse than the disease. It gives you so many side effects and so many things that you have to deal with. It's literally sometimes, and a lot of times, people, just because they don't want to go through the pain of chemotherapy, they say, you know what, I don't mind whatever life I have left. I would rather live that than go through chemotherapy, because the treatment is so harsh. So for me, it was more like reading up on that, understanding what does wellness mean, how and what is it that will help me heal faster, and not only just physically but emotionally and mentally also, because it took its toll on my emotional and mental well-being also. So all that reading really helped me in healing myself, and that's a process that is still on. I mean, I don't think I've completely healed myself. I'm on that path. I mean, I'm still healing.
I want to know from you, what kind of lifestyle changes have you done?
From the so I that was what was the shocking part, because everybody said, okay, my lifestyle was never so out of the whack, or how can you get it, like my doctor said it, how can you get it, and I was like, how can you say this, because I had a healthy lifestyle. I mean, I was not crazy, my lifestyle was not crazy. But sometimes it's not always just your lifestyle and environmental. So cancer can happen because of various reasons, and so definitely a healthy lifestyle helps it. But doesn't mean that if you are leading a healthy lifestyle, you might never get it, because sometimes it can be some other external aggressors. Sometimes it can be genetic mutations. So there are different reasons why cancers happen. But one thing that has changed, rather than certain lifestyle, definitely, I think more than a physical change, it's a mental change that has happened for me. That, like I said, prioritizing myself, prioritizing my healing. Every time when I living more mindfully has been one of the biggest changes that I'm trying to make in my life. Yeah, I think that if one thing, if I have to say, it would be that.
You know, how we should respect it at the end of the day, our own body.
Yeah.
And has the definition of success and happiness changed over time?
I'm sure it has, because you cannot live a life and not go through change, because change is the only constant. If you don't change, that means you're dead. So change, growth, evolving, it stops only when you die. Till then, change keeps happening. You want it or you don't want it, you have to go through change. So I'm sure I have changed. But I would say a basic has always remained the same. For me, my joy and success always was in the more simpler things. I mean, for me, my mother is one of the most successful people, though she's been a housewife who has not really stepped out and done a job outside. But she kept that house together, and I know how hard it was, and brought up three daughters, who think a certain way. We were taught to think for ourselves. So that I give to her, and it is because of her. So she, for me, is one of the most successful people in the world. So it depends, in what is it that you look at as success. For me, that was always my parameter of success, was always that. For me, happiness was always in the smaller joys. You know, I never found happiness in a big car or a big house. That was not the thing. For me, relationships were always more important than the material things. And I'm not saying that material things are not important. Of course, they're important. I like my luxuries very much. I'm no saint. But when you break it down, when you come down to the core of it, I think it's the simple things that matter. Because can I live without a car? I can. But can I live without the love that I have? I can't. So it's as simple as that.
If you meet the girl who had entered the industry when you did, what would you like to tell her today?
I would tell her that don't be so scared. Actually, you know what? I was very fearless at that time. It's not that don't be so scared. It is more like don't worry so much. It'll all fall into place. Don't worry so much when what you want doesn't fall into place. Don't break your heart over it. Because every time that what I wanted didn't fall into place, something better has happened. But the time when it didn't happen, I felt like, oh God, my world is over.
Yeah.
You know, that I would tell that girl that don't worry if things that are not going your way are there because they're teaching you something better. That I would tell her today.
Yeah, because God has a better plan. इसीलिए छोटा
Yeah.
सा नहीं हुआ.
Yeah, at the young me would have said, please don't give me these bookish lines because I was quite like that, you know. These are all lines in a book. You know, it doesn't work like that. But today I would tell her, no, believe it. Calm down. It's okay.
So this word would help one little girl who is thinking कि ऐसे तुम्हारे साथ हुआ होगा मेरे साथ नहीं, but you know coming it from you today,
Yeah.
maybe एक बार शायद वो सोचे कि सच्ची बहुत लोग ये बोल रहे हैं, you know who has crossed this,
Yeah.
कि हो जाएगा जो भगवान चाहते हैं eventually होगा, it will take
But you know, that is the other thing to whoever, if they are young people watching, there are certain things that don't stress about it if they are not understanding it. And the reason is because some things only experience can teach. So you have to go through it. So even for my child, if I want him to, कि ये सब मैंने सीखा है, you don't have to go through it. It's not possible. He is going to fall and only then learn. So some falling has to happen.
that will only teach them.
Yeah.
बहुत ही deep और beautiful conversations we had. I mean, it was so amazing. मतलब I'm so amazed. It was so beautiful. But we will do a small rapid fire
Okay.
ताकि थोड़ा सा हल्का हो.
Yeah.
थोड़ा सा एकदम मतलब हम
Yeah.
बहुत deep में चले गए. A film of yours that deserved more love.
Sarfarosh. You get the love now.
Oh.
You know, and I think especially my character at that time, they'd written it off. Amir Khan की film है, वो तो side role है. But till today, when you see that character and you see it, I think my Sarfarosh ka character got at that point of time when it released was didn't get the kind of love that in retrospect now when you see it and now that I get for it.
My God, only I can remember that all the girls were swooning over the character. Even मतलब Gurmeet is like, oh, ये गाना क्या लड़की थी. मतलब आप अगर हीरोइन के बारे में ऐसे नहीं सोचो तो क्या ही हीरोइन है, वैसी वाली बात. मतलब
But you know, awards didn't say that, reviews didn't say that.
पर आजकल
None
सब
of
लोगों
that.
ने ये
Yeah,
प्रूव
but
कर ही
now
दिया
it
ना
is.
कि जरूरत ही नहीं है.
That happened now, but at
Eventually-
that time I did feel that, you know, Sarfarosh should have got a little more love than it did. It is an iconic film. It was fabulous. And, you know, at that time, a lot of time, and today you make films like that. At that time, it was like, ये क्या documentary बना रहे हैं? You know, people used to say that at that time. So, yeah. But over a period of time, it got the love that
got
it
it,
had.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
A quality in your son you wish you had.
Oh gosh. I wish I could keep things inside the way he does.
Papa.
He can really, I have to speak everything out. You know, he can really keep things inside.
बाप रे बहुत ही स्कैरी है.
Yeah, it is scary in a certain way.
ऐसे करके
उसको,
निकालो.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. He will just be quiet.
One beauty ritual that never changed.
Cleaning my face before I sleep.
Wow.
Whatever said and done, completely clean face before I sleep.
A compliment that still makes you smile. That I know. I mean, you just compliment her little. I mean, she will still blush. Oh my God.
So I'm
मुझे
not
ऐसा
good
लगता है
with
कि
compliments. I get very embarrassed when I get compliments. So yeah.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ऐसे हीरोइन को कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स की आदत है. हाँ, और दो, लेफ्ट राइट सेंटर. शी इज लाइक कोई भी आके बोले, ओह माय गॉड, यू कैन सी इट ऑन हर फेस इफ
I
यू.
get very embarrassed when I get compliments.
And one thing people still don't know about Sonali Bendre.
It will remain like that. If I say it now, then people will know it, no? Something. And it's
Nahi,
become more and more difficult to keep things that are private. But I'm a very private person. So for me to do these, I literally psych myself when I have to do these things in the morning or when I have to go for promotions and I have to do interviews. And, Mrinal and all will tell you, as far as possible, I never want to do them. I'm crabby when I have to do it. And then, of course, I will go and do it, but I have to psych myself into doing it because I'm very private as a person and it takes a lot for me to talk about myself.
So you understand.
Though my husband will not agree about it. He'll say, actor है, actor को खुद के बारे में ही बात करना होता है. You know, but I don't think I talk about, I get very, it's not something I enjoy. So I'm private. I like that little space. If I was not an actor, I would love to be the wallpaper. I don't like that attention coming to me.
सो इससे हमें समझ में आ रहा है दिस इज सच अ प्रेशियस पॉडकास्ट बिकॉज जिनको कहीं जाना अच्छा नहीं लगता, जिनको अपनी चीज़ों को
अच्छा नहीं लगता, ऐसे नहीं है.
मतलब यू नो, हाँ नहीं, वैसे कि अब ना अपनी चीज़ों को अपने तक रखना पसंद है, उनके बारे में आज हमें इतना कुछ जानने को मिला. एंड दैट इज़ so all of us, and that is also so educational, that is so inspirational, and that's so beautiful.
I think it's also because I've understood that this is a part of my job also. Not this podcast. This is because you're my friend and, I want to sit and have the conversation with you and that's why. But when we promote and all, it's part of my job. And it took me a little while to understand that this is also part of my job and to be able to compartmentalize it like that. So yeah, if I was probably not an actor, I could have done something where I could say I don't want to be seen or whatever. But my life is about being seen. If I'm not seen, if I'm not known, then I'm not the person. I won't get the job then, So that is part of my job.
कितनी सारी चीज़ें हैं. एक तो लाइफ में चेंज होते रहना चाहिए. यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट शी इज़ ऑलवेज चेंज्ड एंड गॉन विद द एवोल्यूशन ऑफ हाउ थिंग्स हैव चेंज्ड.
Yeah.
तो तब भी आप हमेशा टिके रहते हो, एक वो बात है. एंड कंपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन इज़ वन न्यू थिंग दैट आई एक्चुअली अभी मुझे समझ में आता है. यू हैव टू कंपार्टमेंटलाइज योर लाइफ ऑल्सो. एंड लाइफ हैज़ बिकम लाइक दैट. मतलब अभी एक वन मैन यूनिट जैसे नहीं होता है काम. अलग अलग लोगों से काम चलाना पड़ता है.
No, and I always had that compartments for my life. Otherwise, it would be crazy, It would all
उल्टा
spill
लाइफ को
into each
स्ट्रीमलाइन
other.
कर देता है.
हाँ, otherwise it would always spill in.
Yeah. So this is a mother and a working mother talking कि आप जब तक compartmentalize नहीं करोगे, लाइफ ही जीना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. It's not like a straight line. You have to do this, that.
Yeah.
And then there are so many people working for you to help you do this, that.
Absolutely. Nothing can be done. You have to have a great support system.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mwah. Love you.
Thank you so much for doing this.